guys. Welcome back. This is your girl, Tammy K, with Girlfriend Talk Podcast. Thank you so much for joining us for another episode. You know, I got my girls with me. Hey, ladies.
It's your girl Juju.
Just ask.
Say boo, how y'all doing?
Hey. How y'all doing?
Good. Y'all girls looking good.
Thank you. Same to you. Same. I'm still recovering from the weekend. Hanging with some of my GTP cast.
Yes, we
Hey.
had a good time, and I'm
We
tired.
definitely gonna have to do that again.
Yeah.
Ooh,
With all of
that's
us.
right.
Yes,
All of us.
Yes. July.
I'm game.
Yep.
Just ask.
Well, it depends on when in July. Like,
Okay, pencil us in. Let us know what you can do. You just let us know when you available.
I guess I gotta have a therapist session.
uh-oh.
Pencil me in July.
Right.
I know Table and Tammy K, y'all probably was the ones cutting up.
Always. As
Girl.
do too much.
I'm offended because I did nothing of the sort.
Oh, okay.
I was in the club, the gathering of people. I was sitting down, drinking my juice, and looking at the heathens just heathen, and I was appalled. You know, I made it through though. I don't know, and I can't speak for Taboo because she was
Ain't
drinking.
no shame in my gang. I was popping my thing.
What you was.
I was chilling, enjoying myself. But we're definitely gonna have to do that again. We're gonna hop right into the reaction video. We haven't seen it, so we're gonna take a look and see what's up. My stomach hurt already.
Ready? Wait, oh snap. Did you take a shower? No, I can feel it. No, it's not shower. No, okay. No, they need like a warning bell, like a boom,
Oh no.
Heart palpitations right now.
Okay.
Ma'am. Oh, hell no.
No. I'll be like, take me now, Lord. Take me now.
Girl, they seen Jesus.
Girl, they would have thought it was raining up in there. I would have seen them everybody.
Hey, you know
That
what's
was
going on
fun.
up here? Oh, why are we shaking? How are we
Uh-oh.
supposed to do that?
Uh-oh.
All right.
And they just sitting up there in the air?
Okay, you know, 'cause Jesus be the will.
Call them, girl. Call them.
Yeah, I know.
No, why did you get your ass on there?
Yep, right there. That's when I would have fainted.
Oh no.
That was fun.
The little girl.
Uh-oh.
Hell no.
What was she
Hell no.
at?
Oh, she didn't throw up.
Uh-oh. She's spitting.
Oh.
Did she throw up on herself?
I think that was swab.
Now her ass threw up.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, she about to.
Ain't no way, dog.
Nope.
Ain't no way. No. I think my son
that
got on one of those.
Y'all could not have talked me to get on that ride.
It looks fun to me.
I'm scared of heights now for some reason.
No, my stomach won't take it no more.
Yeah.
Here to the knob.
Yeah.
To the
To
no,
the no,
no.
no, no.
What was
My
scary about it, or why y'all kind of against it?
No, I can't. I can't. I just love my life, and I just feel like I don't want to see Jesus early.
I think my stomach wouldn't be able to take it. I used to be able to do all those little rides, Great
Yeah,
America and all
no,
that. I just can't do it no more. Like I probably stop breathing in mid swing. I'm gone. I don't went on. I cannot.
you
I
went
guess
on the
it's because
floor.
we see it instead of being. Because I'm ignorant. I'll be the one that on there. As long as I don't see myself doing it, I might be good. But I'm like, just ask. I probably want them ignorant, depending on how I feel, to jump on there and try it. But by me watching this, like, hell no, I wouldn't do it. But take me there now and say, Tay Boo, I bet you won't get up on there. My dumb ass gonna get on there.
Yeah, I could see that. I could definitely see that. My legs were shaking just watching it. It felt like noodles. No,
Yeah, it did look pretty scary when I went to
yeah.
Florida last year, and we went to I forgot one of the theme parks, Universal Studios, I believe, or it was Island of Adventure. I can't remember, but it had the Velocity ride. Oh my God! First of all, I knew then that I'm too old for this, right? Even though it looks fun, and even though I wouldn't mind trying it, but I had the worst headache the next day, and it like, I don't know if it shook my brain, but someone right. I'm about to go to the doctor. I'm serious. I'm like, this is not right. A roller coaster should not be allowed to go that fast.
That's how I
Wow.
felt about the American Eagle. Like
Oh
even
God.
when I was younger, it just shook my brain out of place.
Mm-hmm.
I know I
So
was out of
that
place.
explains it. Okay.
Banana.
That I'm trying to think. What was that ride at Great America? It started with an S. I forgot what it was, and you got the
The
shockwave.
shockwave.
Shockwave,
The
yeah.
shock the shockwave used to give me a headache, but I get on
Yeah.
that every time I go.
Mhm.
This ride was at a carnival. My son got on there, and my heart was beating so fast. Like I cannot believe he is on that. So I recorded and everything, but I was just like, get my baby down. He was just like, oh, it was nothing. I'm like, nah.
I don't think I
It ain't.
trust those carnival rides.
Yeah.
Exactly, and that it flipped you up and around and all of that. I'm like, no,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
but
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Well, that's that.
So we can go ahead and jump into the hot topic. Krishan and Blueface, they get on my nerves.
I don't really know them. I've heard of them and I've been seeing them in social media, but I really don't know who they are. So would someone care to enlighten me? Oh, okay.
Girl, they so toxic.
Yeah.
Wow.
Every other day or something,
Yeah.
she be
She
giving
be
him the
beating his
business.
ass. She be beating his ass.
Ain't she pregnant?
Have a good night, man.
Yeah.
Supposedly,
Well,
yeah.
I know, bro. You all right, dude? Bro, that's not good, bro. Damn, dude.
Oh,
Damn.
no.
Baby D.
Now she in his
Camp of the
bed.
world.
What kind of shit is this?
Don't laugh now. It's funny. What's funny?
Not laughing.
Yes, she is.
Not laughing.
She done hit me in my shit.
It seems like they get off on this shit.
Yeah.
I believe, yep,
They do it and
absolutely.
now they in the bed half naked like they done make up sex and shit.
Toxic.
Because you're not saying nothing. That's the only way I can get you to talk.
Just as it's like every other day. Every other day is they fighting, and then they back
See, she's fine.
together, making videos and all of this.
That's
He a
Not
sad.
only
singer.
fighting,
Her
not
too.
only
I
fighting
thought he
each
knocked
other.
out her middle tooth or something,
No,
but I
that was a
didn't know
gap.
Leave me the fuck alone.
that's a
I
gap.
think a girl
Fuck that
knocked out
100,000.
too. He had a house
You
full
viral
of
now,
women.
girl.
It
Come
was a
on.
show, and it was I think they were fighting, and that's when her tooth got knocked out, I think.
You want to beat
And
me up
now
in
they're
public and shit? So
dating
what's up?
or not, cause he with the baby mama too.
Now they
Let's
Wow.
said
say,
that was a gap. They didn't say her
let's,
tooth was gone. They
Her
said
her whole tooth
See,
missing.
that's what I thought. That's what I
She
She
thought.
had
got
one replaced with his face on there. She
What?
had
yep,
a face,
100,000
his
for the
face
clip.
on the
yep,
tooth, and when she get mad, she takes it out.
So it's a
Oh
floppy too.
no.
She
Yeah,
got a floppy too.
It's
yep.
Yes, it
removable?
is. You're gonna be
Yeah,
yeah,
it's a
selling.
it's
floppy
You're
his
gonna have
too.
face on the
teeth. You
tooth.
feel me?
What, his
Huh?
face is on the tooth?
His face
Yeah.
is
What you
on her
want?
neck.
So it's
She
a
put
floppy too.
tats
I
on him.
told
Hmm?
you. That's
Wow.
stupid.
So you just gonna leave on your own recognizance? What are we gonna do, cuz? You want a title fight? You wanna
See,
shout out the title, cuz? Like, you wanna box with me or something? Like, what are we doing?
I gotta see this too.
Girl,
And then what?
yeah. We gotta find the tooth, and I think she got mad at him and then took it out.
took it out. Yeah,
All right. That was his punishment, huh?
Nobody's
I
mad at
guess
you. Just
Right.
wake
so.
up
or
tomorrow
her
and
Okay.
then what?
once because she the one had to
But
keep
he
Wake
carrying
up
her ass
tomorrow
back
and
to the
then what?
dentist's office.
but he just had another baby with the baby mama, and they was over there as a family.
So
And
what you gonna
then
do?
now I think she pregnant supposedly, I
Yeah.
guess.
She
Yeah.
say because she's tired of killing the babies. She done had several
Right.
You
abortions.
not what?
Are you
Well,
She
he
done
And
said
killed.
that she
Yes,
pregnant with.
he
yeah.
said she
She got
killed
like
multiple
10,
babies, but
You
she
not
ain't
10
what?
killing this one.
Oh my God.
dudes that she could be pregnant by or something like that.
Right,
What?
like 10, yeah, 10 dudes that she supposed to be. He clown her
He
so
says that.
hard every chance he get,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
she still go back. They done fought. I think her mom. She fought his mom and sister,
and he fought her
and
daddy.
yeah, he knocked out her daddy,
Yes.
and they got a
Who
TV
are
show.
these people?
They
Who are these people?
all I know is he had one song, and it was what was that? Bust Down Tatiana. I think
Oh,
that's
Tatiana.
him, right?
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
was it. That's all I know. And then, but I think,
But she rap too. It's
yeah,
garbage.
And she on reality TV.
Yeah.
yeah, she on Bad Girls.
Yeah.
I knew she looked familiar. Did her and Jocelyn get into it? Like, I didn't see it, but everybody had been talking about like some big fight that happened on the reunion or something like that. That's
I
crazy.
don't know.
They're about to
Look, can you see Juju?
they're
Yeah.
about to show the
That's
toothless.
what I said. But they was I can't be listening to people that don't know. They told me it was a gap. I was like, it looked like a whole tooth.
I mean, some people got gaps big enough to make it look like
Yeah,
a
that's
tooth
true.
should have been there.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
It's sad, and it's like people be in the comments like, "Why do y'all keep posting them? Y'all the shade room and stuff. They be like, we don't condone violence, but you show them fighting every day, every single day. They fighting, then they back in love. They was on there singing gospel songs the other day. Like, it's pretty wild. But they get paid off of that. So I think after a while, sometimes it be an act. Sometimes they like, this is getting us the coverage that we need, so we're
Yeah.
gonna keep acting like that. That's what's
Yeah.
getting us paid,
Yep.
because he ain't made no songs.
Yeah.
So
I mean, bad.
Yeah, because I think she made them.
Well,
right, and somebody said like she's the breadwinner for real, and if she was smart she would leave him, but
wow. How old are they? Anybody know? In their 20s.
probably in their 20s.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
That's
Wow.
Every day is something.
We
Girl,
can't
yeah,
make
if you
this
go in the
shit up.
shade room or anything like that on Instagram or YouTube or whatever, you will see all the mess. So I'm sure we'll be talking.
I don't even want to see it. It's too toxic. Too much.
And I don't know, like the pregnancy, I was watching some of the video, but I guess it was confirmed that she is pregnant.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
that's
you seen the
I
three,
don't know.
like, it showed like 3 pregnancy tests.
When it showed when she went to the hospital and they did a test and confirmed it. After the 3 pregnancy tests, she was at the hospital then. And I think they was into it. That's what he said. She slept by 10 guys.
Right.
Which I don't believe because she's too headstruck over him. I don't think she's gonna let, because she constantly go back to him, that she just let him do anything that he want to do to her and she keep running back.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah, I agree. And I'm like, why he just want to ruin her name? But
That's
we'll be
it.
talking about them forever. But we're gonna go ahead and hop into the topic. We were supposed to talk about this last time, but the last show took us took us somewhere, but it was good. It was good meat. So today's topic: together but separate. In relationships, I think a lot of people, I think once they feel like they get into a relationship, they feel like everything should be together. But I see a lot of people are together, but a lot of things are separate. And somebody had told me, and this was a while ago, that they were married, but they live separately. And I was like,
I've heard of that.
That's a big one. But now I think as a single person, I've been single for a long time, I get it. You want your space, but you just gonna go in the other room or go downstairs. Ain't no separate living. But I was like, that's a pretty big thing, and they've been married for like a long time. And somebody else told me that too, and I'm just like, are you really happy? Or what? What are some other things that y'all feel like together but separate? Y'all in relationships and married.
Who is y'all? Cause shit, I ain't in shit.
Juju was just asked. Tay Boo.
I'm separate
I
and
know, boo.
How about you, Tay?
I know, boo. I know, boo. But we can talk about our past. People that we was together when we had things separate and stuff. I was married and everything was separate. I didn't want to have access to nothing.
Right.
Well, I mean, I think it depends. Oh, go ahead, Juju. I'm sorry.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, finances. People are together, but their finances are separate. I tried it. Well, we tried it before, and somehow we had to put them back together because my funds wasn't looking. It wasn't looking right. So I'm like, wait a minute, put that back together. We need that in the same account. But yeah, people do that, and I didn't like it. I mean, to each his own, but I didn't like it. I think it's more so of it could be like control. I want to see what's going on. I don't really see what's going on, but I want to know what's going on because you never know. So I just want to see what's going on in your accounts.
So I can spend it respectfully.
Right. Well, that's different. I guess it's based on agreement. When I was married, I actually did make that suggestion. Let's put everything together. We pay the bills, and whatever we have left, we split it. And we can do that 50-50. He didn't like it. He thought I was all in his business. But then I'm like, okay, cool. Well, we're going to split the bills. And I give you my half, you give me your half or whatever, and we can go that way. But when he realized when he gave me his half, he didn't have any funds. And he like, well, you can go out and shop. That ain't fair. But hey, I tried. Even when I split it, I was giving you half of what I made because he wasn't making much as I was. But my thing is, if we're going to make agreement, or something of that nature, of course we can have something separate. But then I got your back, you got mine. We can know what that separate is. Like we know we got different bank accounts or whatever. But if you lacking, that, hey, she got a separate bank account and she can help me out. And I'd be willing to do that. We ain't got to have everything together. Because, I'm older now. I ain't trying to work 40-something years just to get with somebody a year from now and then bond everything together. And then it don't work out and we don't know how to split the shit back up.
Mm-hmm.
So I can understand and relate if you have to separate that.
Yeah. And I was going to say what Juju mentioned earlier about like you want to see what's going on like with your man's account. I totally get that, but you can still see that with it being separate. Right. I mean, as long as you got the passwords, because I know when it's my time to get married, we talked about just a little bit. We talked about like what would finances look like together and separate. And in addition to that, it was about the bank accounts also. And I was like, well, I would want mine separate, you have yours separate, and then we have something together. But we would still have access to all of the accounts.
Right.
So I would be okay with that.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah. And then what
people that don't have any access don't know what they may make and they just don't know absolutely nothing and okay with that. And I'm not okay with
And that
it.
ain't
Right.
me.
But some
That's
people,
not me either. I
Yeah,
agree
I
with you.
don't, because you could be doing anything, lying about the finances and stuff
yeah,
like that. If you're not a good money manager too, so that could be putting us in a hole, and I wouldn't even know. So
But what y'all? I mean, y'all too sweet. The fuck that. Okay, we talk about finance. Let's talk about these people together but separate in relationship. You living in a house and y'all ain't sharing no intimacy. Y'all ain't no relate. It's just like y'all roommates. Y'all together but you separate. I mean,
Yeah.
you outside like you single, but then at the end of the night, you come together and live under the same roof. And a lot of people does that because they don't communicate with the ones they living with. They just like strangers living in the same under the same roof. That's why I call it separated.
Yeah.
Together but separate.
Yeah. And I think that, it can be categorized in many different ways, So to your point, Taboo, to what Judy said earlier, even when it comes down to like passwords, like on social media. And I don't know, how do y'all feel about that? Like, do you think
the
that you
passwords,
oh no, no,
yes,
no, I'm having the password to
I
his
don't, I,
account. I'm
I
having the
don't.
password to his phone. I have the password
she said to add things.
for
Did you
everything.
start? But did you start off with that like in the beginning, or what? Like, why do you feel like you have to? Like, I feel like sometimes for security reasons, because if something happens to them, you need that information. I understand that. Like, maybe put it somewhere and then tell me. I wouldn't necessarily probably use it. I don't want to go in nobody's stuff. Like the bank
Yeah.
accounts, yeah, but like the passwords for the phone,
I
nah.
don't mind that. No,
I,
I
I
don't.
wouldn't want that. Me
Yeah,
personally, I don't like to dig. If something's important and something happened to me or something happened to him, yes, it's good to have those important passwords and
Mhm.
stuff of that nature. But social media or something like that, hey, that between you and God. I mean, at that point, if I got to go digging and looking for something, I ain't gonna be with you.
well,
Period.
that's
I
good. That's
I
good
think
to
that would
know,
tempt
though.
me.
That's
That would
definitely
tempt me to want to look
Right.
like, okay, just because that one little look, then you're like, well, let me look at this. Now let me look at this. Let me see this. So for me,
That trigger me.
I
no.
haven't
You know
did
what? That was back in the day. I'm too grown for that. Like the older that you get, you just know that
Right.
y'all both should understand. Y'all messed up. It's just over with. But no, I do want the password, and it's just more so I don't go onto his phone, but it's like it makes me feel a little secure. So of course like I said, I don't go digging. That was back in the day. I ain't gonna lie, I did, but now I don't. But I
yeah.
appreciate that you allow me and care
Right.
about my feelings enough for me to have the password. And like you said, there's so many things that's in our phone that we may need if anything happens, and
Right.
even in an emergency. So he have the password to my phone. Do I think he did? No, I don't think we go on each other phones unless I'm going on Amazon. I mean, that's the only time I really go into his phone, but other than that, no. And I
How
definitely
would you
don't have like his well, I think I do have his mother phone number. I may not have her new phone number, but I mean, if anything happened, I need to get to that. It's just, it is for important reasons,
Right.
but more so, I do feel a lot better having it, knowing that
Right.
I can do it if I wanted to.
how would you feel if the person told you no, like you would give up your passwords, but if they told you no, how would that make you feel?
I think I feel some type of way because
Unacceptable.
I would feel like now because we had it and now you're saying no, it'll make me think like why, you know. I think the
I
only
think it's
thing that we have to
unacceptable.
separate is a car.
Go ahead, just ask.
I was just gonna say, I think it's unacceptable. I feel like if I want your password, then you need to give it to me, and vice versa. Especially when you married. Like now, if you just my boyfriend, I mean, I don't have those expectations, but I will, and I will let you know that what my expectations are gonna look like. Because even me and my boyfriend, we discussed it. I said, do you think that it's like, do you think that I would have a right to know like your password to you? Because I know the password to his phone, you know the password to my phone. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't like I said, give me your password, and he said, give me yours. It was one day he needed to get something out of my phone, and my hands, I think, were like not of use. And I just gave him the code. And then the same thing with him. He was just like, oh, and so that's how we end up getting each other's password. But I think that, but when you are married, I do feel like you need to have your person's password. I don't think that, for me, it wouldn't be to snoop around, because honestly, I wouldn't even like, I'm not going to waste my energy to like do that. Mm-hmm. But I still feel like I would want it. Just, I think to Juju's point, just to know that I have it and it's okay to have it.
Yeah, confirmation. Mm-hmm. Like it's just good to have it. You know what I'm saying? Like to feel like I have it. Even if I wanted to go snooping, to me, it's just like, oh, okay, well, it's not, he's not doing anything. And he could be, but it's just that it's not really, it's just I understand what you guys are saying. I get it. But I just feel like the only thing that should be separate, like I said, will be a car. His car, my car. Other than that, belongs to me. Body and all. Fingers too.
Okay. All right. Okay. Well, we're going to bring in our guest, D Nice. Let's see what he got to say about the subject. Together, but separate. What's up, D Nice?
Hey.
What's up?
Welcome back. Welcome back.
He on mute. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah.
What's up, Tammy K, Juju, Just Asking Table, and I am glad to be on the show today. Thank you guys for having me. And so my take. So my take on from my position that I'm in, you got to keep everything as far as like if married, because me being married, we have things that's separate, but it's always an open book. Like y'all was talking about passwords and stuff like that. In my situation, it depends on where you are in your relationship. If you like early boyfriend, girlfriend, I could understand like if you, hey, I don't want to let this person all of my business and my password. I'm still getting to know you. But if y'all been together for a while, you committed and you probably going towards that, then you got to put yourself in that position to be like, okay, I trust this person enough. Let me see how this works. When you get married, everything should be an open door with the passwords and stuff. Like I can't be telling my wife, let me see your phone. No, I can't do that. You know what I'm saying? Because it brings up issues and questions like, well, why you don't want me to see your phone? Why you don't want me to have your password? Why you don't want me to do this? Because you done built up this culture and then you turn around and you start doing, well, I can't let you see that now. It's always going to bring up questions. But it really depends where you at in your relationship, and the people, it's just the people and where they in the relationship and what do you even want to see out of a relationship to even go that far, so yeah.
I agree, D Nice. I think that, to your point, that like I think when you are married, especially when you are married, right? Because it is different when you just in a relationship, because you don't know how far that relationship is going to go, But I think that when you are married or when you are engaged, I'm gonna say engaged. I think that you should, like, things need to be an open book. They do. You know what I'm saying? For a lot of reasons, not to see what they're out there doing, but just, God forbid, what if something happened and you got to get into the phone, or or just because if you just say, oh, can I just use your phone if your phone is not nearby? You know what I'm saying? Just give me your phone. Don't walk in there and give me my phone. No, I want to use your phone. I asked to use your phone. And so I just think that if someone chooses to not give you their password, if you're married, to me, you're saying no for a reason. And sometimes people try to make it seem like that reason I'm saying no is because it's my privacy and, you kind of like interfering with that. But that's bullshit.
Yeah, no, hey, look, you on point. That's red flag. Those are red flags right there. When you done got to that point, you done made vows, you done made this vow before God and everything, and you basically been telling this person this. Now you get to the point where you married, and I can't see your phone, I can't have your password. Where we at now? We slightly going backwards. We supposed to be in this relationship, and everything's supposed to be moving forward. You should be up to this point. And it's just about comfortability too. If my wife say, let me see your phone, here you go, and she know the password, you know what I'm saying? It's like, here you go look, have the phone as long as you want to, because I mean the trust, I'm trying to make sure I keep that trust there and keep that comfortability with her as well. And you know what I'm saying, just proving that I'm continuously doing the right thing. When people do stuff like that, they hiding something. I mean, it is what it is. You know, it just is what it is. When a person shows you who they are, believe them.
Shit. Let me tell you something. We in here, we talking like what we would do. We're speaking on our perspective. You're speaking on your perspective because you know how you would do with your wife. Let's think for the outside women and the outside men. Now, most of the time, the women don't give a damn. Y'all can get off phone. Y'all can make calls. Y'all go in the bathroom. Like, we don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Y'all, the men, know damn well y'all not finna do the same damn thing. Y'all, wait a minute, my battery finna die. You gonna run and then go try to hide and erase some shit or whatever like that. And then you'll come up there and want to flip the strip on us like, oh, you trying to call me out, but ain't nobody said nothing but about little Ricky took you to prom back in 1996. And y'all ain't know us in 96. Let's talk about those type of people. Now we know what we would do.
Yeah.
Hey,
we know what WWJD would do.
Them type of people, they just got it's flat out what it is. They got something to hide. You know what I'm saying? People do what they do for a reason.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But
I
think some people when they get married, they feel like they still are their own person. So I don't know, for some reason I'm in the marriage group on Facebook. I don't know why. I don't know how I got in this group.
Manifestation.
Okay, true. But I really don't know how I got it. I just be looking at all type of situations on there. I'm like, this is crazy. Like, I think one of the posts was about like the passwords and stuff like that. And this man was saying how, he's not doing anything, but why should he give it up? And I see the married people point of view, because like I said, for safety reasons, if anything happened, but he going back and forth with everybody like, why would I give this? But this is the person you decide to dedicate your life to. Yeah. So why wouldn't you? So that would make somebody think that you were on something. But some people was like, even if you're not, that it's my stuff. Why do I need to give you my information? Wow. So I saw it from both points of view. When I get married, I wouldn't mind. I don't care.
Certain stuff. I mean, to be honest, it's okay to be separate on some stuff. You ain't got to put every damn thing together. And when I walk into a relationship, I'm prepared to walk out that motherfucker the way I walked in.
So speaking with that though too, like with marriage or whatever, how do y'all feel about prenups and stuff like that?
That too. I mean, it can be talked about.
We
gotta be fair.
We had this conversation before. I'm against the prenup. Period. Oh. I don't like prenups because it's like I have said, it's like you going into a marriage not, thinking that you're going to divorce them or eventually. And I know everybody have their problems or whatever, but it's just like, I don't like prenups because we're not getting divorced. We're never getting divorced. That's how I look at it.
Well, everybody would like to think that, but situation happening, and thank God you ain't in that situation, but it happens. Everybody when you get married, you never would say, hey, in 10 years, I'm about to be divorced. Nobody planning to be divorced. Mm-hmm. I'm just saying, I'm going to set myself up to walk out comfortable the way I walked in comfortable.
But I think it should be like in the terms.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, I think in the terms it should be, you leave what you came with, and then if we build whatever we build together, we can split that while we're together. That I feel like that's fair.
So
let me ask you this.
That could be in a prenup. I think a prenup can look like whatever both of you guys agree on it for it to look like. Because, and to Juju's point, I understand why you feel like, well, if you're doing a prenup, it's like this just in case, right? But at the end of the day, like sometimes a lot of us do think that just in case, even though we really believe in our hearts that this marriage is going to work. And so I know for some people, they feel like, well, if you believe that strongly, then you will safely get a prenup. To me, I don't care either way, because I just feel like I'm more so just thinking about this marriage is going to work. So I just prefer to look at it that way, as to say, oh, well, why you want a prenup? I don't care either way. And I think for me, the reason why I don't care anyway is because I make good money. And so it's like, I don't want to have to pay for nothing for you if we break up and you don't got no money. And that would be real. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't gonna just like, I don't see myself just turning my back on the person that I'm with. Like, let's say if they did lose their job and then we're going through a divorce and then they don't have like insurance, I'll keep you on my insurance. You know,
you got me fucked up. You got me fucked up.
You know
I
what?
might put your ass in
This
front
is
of a
my
bus.
thing. This
Hell
is my
no.
thing about a prenup. Okay, so you have a prenup, and then that person passes away. You know what I'm saying? Like, who the family is gonna fight? You know, because they feel like he had a prenup. It wasn't yours in the first place. It's just a whole bunch of mess.
But I think that's what we get confused with the prenup.
Let me finish. And then on top of that, you do have situations that come about. We always think about, oh, okay, well, you know what, we'll just leave with what we came with and everything. Everything changes. People have kids. People have cancer and stuff like that. Things that that stop them from working, that they can no longer be able to do. And then they can't even help themselves anymore. And then a man or a woman want to get up and leave. You have nothing. You have nothing. Everything.
But then, what if it's the opposite though? What if you came in there with nothing, and then your man or the woman, the man, whoever, somebody came in there with nothing, and then y'all end up getting rich or whatever? Oh, you ain't got no prenup, so you living with the same thing that you came with. You ain't got nothing.
But that's not a prenup. I guess we get confused on the prenup. That's not a prenup. Only stands is if the marriage don't work. If your husband or the significant other with a prenup pass away, the family still can't take you. Still the wife.
Yes, they can.
No,
yes,
the family cannot.
No,
because the prenup drawn is to agreement, and you have the attorneys to sign it. And if you can put whatever you want in this prenup, you can look over. Your attorney and his attorney can look over. If I'm married and my husband passed away, I'm still his wife. The only way the prenup is to protect him if we depart. There's certain prenups that we're talking about here. Now, the prenup is like if I want to divorce him and I give him the divorce paper, I agree to walk away from this marriage and without nothing. That's the cause in the prenup. But his family can't walk in if you his wife and he had a prenup. He died of death, not from separation.
Right, and there is a difference between a prenup and a will. And I feel like with Juju, when you said that, oh, well, God forbid, what if he passed away or you pass away, and then the family gets whatever. That's not how it works in a prenup.
Right.
Now, in a will, because at the end of the day, even if you sign a prenup, but in a will, it says this, they're going to go by their will.
Right.
Because it's in writing.
When you sign a prenup, you still, anything that you sign, you still got beneficiaries. And sometimes you are not on that beneficiary. You're not the beneficiary of that prenup. Everything has a,
that's a will.
Everything has a beneficiary. Even when my bank. You know what I'm saying? Like even the things that, because I have a bank account, and like y'all was talking about, we have separate bank accounts, but then we have an account together. I do have access to everything. He have access to everything. But every month, not every month, I'm gonna say every year, I get a piece of paper asking me who do I want to be the beneficiary of, of the bank account, of my bank account. So my thing is that it's the same way. Everything, even with a prenup, it's a beneficiary on that prenup. You do not get everything. Let me say, people always feel like that it's always a way out of things when you don't want to, when you're in a relationship and you want to do separate things and things of that sort. Because I know someone that actually was in the military. They were in the military, and when the husband died, the second wife did not get his benefits. The first wife got all the benefits, and she couldn't get nothing. Like
that wasn't based on a prenup.
She stayed with him, and she stayed with him for 10 years just in case he, and he never, him and his wife, like they never divorced at all. He didn't even want to get married. He ended up getting married because he did fall in love, but that was after 10 years. And when he died, she got the first wife got the benefit. The second wife got nothing.
That's because he never took her off of his documents.
People be thinking that it's all easy and it's, you can do this, you can do that. People put whatever they want to. And I agree with what just Ax said earlier. She said that it depends on what you put in that prenup. So I can definitely agree with that. But everything, like I said, everything have a beneficiary. The prenup could even go through the child and not to the wife at all. The previous money, the money that was made before or they came into that relationship. So it just depends on what you say and what's in that prenup, I guess. I can agree with that.
Now, my take on prenups is that it causes bad energy before you even get married. It kind of puts a cloud over the marriage. I didn't bring up and talk about prenup because when I made the decision I was confident and clear in my decision, because now you hear everything y'all been going back and forth about prenups. It ain't been nothing good about it, and they don't do nothing but start off the marriage on a rocky road because one person probably looking the way when if a person don't want to sign a prenup and you got one that want to sign a prenup and they doing it and they signed it, but they don't want to sign it. They going into this marriage like, you really don't trust me. You really don't like me. So it's like, it starts off bringing bad energy, and you see everybody that signs prenups. I don't know most of them, but a high percentage of them, when they sign prenups, the marriages never work out because they started off with bad energy on a bad foot because you worried about things because y'all got married to be together forever, to bring two as one, and to ride this thing out for life. So you already, before you get started talking about how you gonna not end up together. So that energy is just not good for the marriage to start off anyway. If you really want to be with this person and you love this person regardless, I just think the prenups it causes division and confusion before the marriage gets started. You gotta make the right decision and trust in the decision that you're making and trusting that this person that you're gonna be with is gonna work with it, and you work. Marriage is work. Anything that's a blessing comes with your work and sweat equity. You know what I'm saying? It takes sweat equity to make a marriage work and work through it. Prenups to me, I just feel like it starts off the marriage bad. It have each other looking at each other in different ways. Cause you're talking about, well, if I do this, you can't have this, you can't have that. So now y'all kind of going into the marriage the wrong way. And then now when it really happens, because you already kind of put that manifestation in the air, well, it ain't gonna work. And if it don't work, I want this and that. Now y'all gonna be at the lawyer table arguing it out real bad because you manifested that and put that bad energy in the marriage before you even got there. You know what I'm saying? So to me, I think prenups are bad energy and they don't work well for the situation. You know what I'm saying? But to each his own. But I think it's bad energy that is bought into the marriage before you even get there. You know what I'm saying? Because it's always gonna be on your mind if you sign it. You always gonna think about it. I don't care who it is. We got this prenup. If he get on my nerves, ooh, you know what I'm saying? Without that prenup, you thinking about how you gonna make it.
Give me that choice then, because hey, put the guy name in Pretty Woman. He brought this bitch off the street and he a billionaire. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true.
At this point, okay, if you want that baby, because I ain't in it for the money. My thing is, whatever allowance I get and money I make within this marriage, I'm gonna flip that shit, and that's why I'm gonna have separate bank account. I'm gonna bill in case my shit don't work. And I'm not going in there thinking like that, but hey, I'm gonna secure my bag too. So I'm gonna still grow too, even when you grow. But I'm just saying everybody's different. I don't see nothing wrong with it. Because if I was a billionaire, just say me personally, and I get this man, I fall in love with him, he don't have shit. Yeah, I'm gonna do anything to get him off his feet or whatever. But I'm not finna sit here and say I didn't work hard for billions, but we can get married and you able to walk out the door and take half of my billions. No, we're gonna have something to play.
My thing is that as much as you put in that relationship anyway, does it really matter? You ain't about to be broke.
It doesn't. Yeah, I ain't about to be broke, but I ain't finna be giving out. If that's the case, I'm giving to Cherry. I ain't giving to his ass.
Hey, look, if you
able to walk out what you came,
I mean,
I might give. Now, in my prenup, no, I'm not gonna be selfish. No lie, and I have seen prenups like this because, like you say, in the military, we have this, and with stuff like that. You can form your prenup to say whatever. Your wife and husband get so much out of there, what you make or whatever the case may be. If we leave out this marriage, yes, I might give you a lump sum, but you got some people that leave out of marriage angry and want to take every damn thing. They want the house, the keys, the dog, because they hurting. So everybody don't be fair. So just to make sure that we both are fair, yes, I put that into play, and that's part of looking like I got an insurance. That ain't no worse than an insurance policy. We make sure we got insurance in place for if something does pop off, we both secure. I ain't saying leave out the door.
Well, I won't be a man like Michael Jordan. Okay.
Now, see, if you have,
he ain't even have a prenup. But when they said when his wife walked away, she was the first Black woman to walk away with so much money. And you know what he said? He said, "Give her what she wants." Because
and that's agreeable. I agree with that.
He didn't have to say, "You know what? Let's sign this prenup." He loved her. He just knew he wasn't good for her.
Right.
It's just like when you love people, money should not play a big part of things. It does play a big part in so many marriages, and a lot of marriages don't work because they let finance come between them. It shouldn't even be like that. I don't care if I was a billionaire and I'm married to and I got married to somebody that don't have nothing, and he just, he walked away. Of course, I'd be pissed off. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like I can't see nobody without. I just can't. I wouldn't be able to see him without.
Now, if you
doesn't mean without.
Huh?
If you had billions and you wasn't married, you know what I'm saying? Me personally, if I had billions and I wasn't married, I wouldn't even marry because I already know most of them. So
what happened there?
Most of the time they're gonna be just in it for the money. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you would walk in that slippery slope if you jump in that ship when you got money already. But if y'all started off with nothing together, you know what I'm saying? Y'all got rich when you married and you started off with nothing together. I feel like if you ain't had nothing together, why y'all signing a prenup anyway? Y'all ain't got nothing. Y'all
right.
Trying to build. You know
that ain't nothing to talk about. That's different.
Right.
That's
if you're rich and if y'all get rich together, you know what I'm saying, and somehow it doesn't work out, it is what it is. Y'all got rich together. You got kids about her. You want to make sure she's straight. You make sure your kids straight. And you going about your business. You know what I'm saying? But if you had money and you decided, oh well, I'm gonna get married after I got money, I would understand if you want to sign a prenup. But why even put yourself through that? Because it's gonna be hard to trust people anyway. Because the first thing is when you get money magnifies who you are by 10 times, but it changes people around you. It just changes everybody around you. So you know what I'm saying? People are going to be attracted and come to you because of money. So it really makes no point if you made yourself a self-made millionaire, billionaire to get married and then have to deal with somebody who had nothing and you bring them into the fold. You like, I like this person. I love them. I want to keep them around. And then they in the game to get in so they can get what you got. You put yourself in that position. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, if y'all in a committed relationship, y'all been together, y'all know each other, and y'all decide y'all want to take this thing and move further, and y'all really love each other, and y'all really feel like this thing could work, you know what I'm saying? I would say, I just feel like the prenup, when you in that position, the prenup kind of puts you in it puts bad energy. It just bring bad energy because it's already talking about separation and division, and y'all going into a situation where you're trying to be together. You know what I'm saying? But you're talking about something that's going to separate and divide y'all and bring differences into the game when you're trying to be together and become one and build and ascend. But you're talking about stopping right here and separating. That's why I feel like it's like really a bad thing. It's a bad energy towards the marriage. And I feel like we gotta, as people, just really think and pay attention to what we doing and make really sound choices when we decide to go into this realm of our life, because it's very important. You know what I'm saying? It's very important to make a sound choice and decision when you going into that. Make sure you love this person. Make sure this is something you want to do. Make sure this is it. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, that prenup, it just messes things up, and it just, to me, I don't know. I just feel like it just casts bad energy before anything starts.
No,
You know
I'm
what I'm saying?
gonna take notes. I'm gonna take notes to take this to my future possible bae. Okay, I'm gonna take notes, and I'm like, is we doing the prenup? And I know we're not together, but is we do? I got y'all. Thank y'all. I appreciate that.
No, but I was gonna say this right, really quick, like to D Nice's some of his points that he made. Well, one, I definitely do think to each his own, right? But I also feel like no one is wrong here. Like, you know, how you feel about it, D Nice, how you feel about it, or whoever else, you know, who spoke on it feel about it, right? What I do think though is there are room for alternatives, and for me, I feel like, to me, it doesn't matter either way. I think that it depends on how far you decide to go with the mindset that you have. So if, to your point, Be Nice, if you're going in there saying, well, I don't know if this is going to work or not, versus if you go in there saying, well, you know, it doesn't matter to me, you know, I think that then that could be a difference there. Because to me, it doesn't matter to me, because I'm not thinking about, oh, just in case. I'm just saying, okay, well, if you're comfortable, if this is what you want, or if this is what I want, so be it. And that's just how I'm looking at it. For me, I wouldn't be looking at it as like it's a divide, you know, but I understand why some people would look at it that way. And it does make sense. So again, it's not to take away from what you're saying and that that's not valid, because it definitely is. But I also think that, you know, mindset plays a huge role into the way that you do look at things.
Right.
Yeah,
mindset play a big role in everything.
It does.
I mean, it's the first rule of anything, your mindset, you know. So
exactly.
And you definitely on point with what you're saying. It's that I don't agree with it. It's not that I don't agree with it. I just feel like it does bring bad energy to the table.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, because sometimes it had to be had. You know, sometimes it have to be had. Sometimes a person just feel like, hey, this is what I want to do. And then sometimes people sign that prenup to make that other person feel comfortable. To let them know, hey, look, it ain't about that. I signed this. Right. And me personally, I want the person that I'm with to understand it ain't about none of that. I don't even want that, because I don't believe that I didn't get married to you to walk away from this.
Yeah. Right.
You know what I'm saying? I understand.
And it's called prenup for a reason, because a prenup only holds what you had before marriage. Now, if you grow within that marriage and you making money throughout that marriage, all of that don't count while you're married. And you actually, you turn $1 million into a $1 trillion company. Yeah. This is why you guys are married. The prenup only holds what you walk into the marriage with.
Yeah, they got postnups.
They got all of that. So it's
they
different.
Do. They do.
I know.
It's several definitions.
That's a lot. I agree with D Nice. That's a lot of and it's not even worth it. And it ain't that I want what we have. It's just that, you know, we in this together. You know, and then it's just some people, they go in there in the marriage, and then they give up so much, especially women. You know, we give up so much to please the person, and then to be like, oh, okay, well, we thinking that everything gonna be fine. I done had the babies. I'm a stay-at-home mom now, and all this other type of stuff. We give up so much, and then the man be like, well, you know what? It's time for me to go. You don't have nothing. You don't have nothing, but you gave your all. And I just feel like, man, you know, people could be dirty. I'm just not that way, but I just feel like if you feel like things happen, then I should feel like things happen too. But,
right.
You know, so going into a marriage, I don't want to be working all my life. If I'll be that woman that stay at home and cook and do this and take care of the kids and stuff, because I feel like we're going to be together forever.
Yeah. You right. You
But
sign a
if
bad
you leave,
ass
if I
prenup.
leave,
That's
if you leave, you're paying me.
prenup you sign.
Okay.
I wouldn't sign one like that. Like I say, it's different forms, shapes, and fashions. of
Yeah,
prenup.
it does.
Yeah, so I'm not gonna be barefoot, pregnant, broke. Now I said if I sign one, it's gonna be fair. That's what I'm speaking.
Absolutely.
It's different. It has to be
Yeah.
fair, but I want to be against not
Right.
signing. But I'm
So-
not gonna say that I'm gonna be
so my
with
question
walk
to
out of here broke.
So my question to you ladies is, when you think about a prenup, it is basically like, to me it seems like when you sign the prenup, you almost question the relationship or question the marriage before it gets started. Do it seem like that to you? When you
seems
think
like
of
that.
a prenup, when you
It
think of
depends
a
on
when
how
you think
much,
of a prenup,
see how you look at it. That's just
Mhm.
like I say, a life insurance policy.
Mhm.
Anything that you go and put against your life, you don't plan to die tomorrow.
Exactly.
Hey, but we
Prepare
we
for death tomorrow.
but guess what? We know we gonna die. But that's inevitable.
We
We know
don't
we
know
gonna
if we're
die.
gonna be together. And
We just don't know
sometimes we don't know if we're gonna be together forever either.
That
You
is
know
that
what I'm
is
saying?
that's a
Now
big,
for me,
that's a
my
big
eggs are dry.
difference.
I'm not pregnant. I'm not having any kids. I'm 45 years old. The next 40 years, I'll be 85. So just say for instance, I have millions of dollars in the bank, and I'm starting off fresh at 45, and I'm meeting somebody, and I didn't work hard. My kids are grown, and all of this. I'm not finna walk in blindsided. I'm not saying I'm gonna do them dirty, but I'm gonna secure myself. My insurance. I got grandkids, and my kids. Just to say, and then tomorrow I get in a car accident. This man that I just met a year ago, you take all of that away from my kids and grandkids. It's security. Now I'm not saying I'm not gonna leave him anything, but my thing is I'm not gonna leave him everything.
But that's what
Yeah,
I'm
maybe.
talking about with the prenup anyway. With that prenup,
That's why you have wheels.
Yeah,
Right.
that's what I'm saying.
If you look up the
Prenup is
definition-
nothing but a will.
No, but if you look up the definition, which I did as we were talking, it is clearly defined the difference between a prenup and a will. And so at the end of now, unless you put something in that prenup that you
Right.
will,
Right.
right?
Right.
But at the end of the day, if you have a good lawyer, and if you, and that's what a lot of
that's
people do.
true. That's true.
You know what I'm saying? If you have a good lawyer, and again, if both parties agree on whatever goes in that prenup,
Right.
then that's what it is. And then the will, you know what I'm saying? Like, like that can go to anybody who you choose for that to go to. So
Right.
I just feel like at the end of the day, if you choose to do a prenup or not, this is more so about if you choose to do one. Just be as clear and as transparent with each other as possible, and make sure that it's fair.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Keyword fair.
Yeah.
Right.
Is
But,
fair.
look, if you're unsure about the person you're with, just don't marry him. Stay
Right.
away from your girlfriend.
That's true.
'Cause I think it's like it's
And if
really
you feel like I'm gonna take you
just
for
listen.
all
Look, we
you
talking
got,
about
then
we
you don't
talk-
even need to be with me. For
we
real.
talking about marriage, and she brought up lawyers. Like, what is lawyers?
Right.
No,
Lawyers.
But some people don't show their true colors until they marry.
No,
Right.
lawyers.
They don't show their true colors until then.
But nobody
No,
said
You ain't
married
you
that
need to talk like
young.
that because y'all got successful marriage, and y'all found y'all so. Listen, y'all can talk like this, but the other one outside looking in, who knows? We don't know. We don't have that confidence like y'all do.
And see, look,
I think
success.
I think you can get two people who agree that okay, we're both gonna do a prenup. I don't agree that it's always a negative thing. Me personally, I wouldn't do one. I never thought of one. It just not. I ain't thought about it. But I feel like people will come in and be like, I want to protect what I got. You want to protect. Okay, cool. So it's not as like you guys said. It's a mindset thing. I
Right.
feel like it's always a mindset thing.
Right.
You go in there thinking positive. Nobody wants to go into a marriage thinking you're about to get divorced.
Right.
But shit happens. It happens. So we have to be smart. We have to have that healthy communication. We have to both understand what we're getting into and decide on what you want to do. If you're going into it and one person want it and one person don't, there you see the conflict right then and there.
Right.
So if you get that mindset or that communication, I think it all it's a mindset thing. But I think everybody has a valid point, though. It's agree to disagree.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's true.
say
And
that
just
you think
as
everybody it don't know. A lot of people go into people that go on to a marriage knowing that they are going to stay together, but then there's people that go get into a marriage just to try it out.
Right.
You got those two people, so
Yeah.
I still feel the same way, about a prenup. And because it's like, if you don't trust me, because everybody wants to use to they throw loyalty and trust around so big, oh, so much, oh, but that's really not, it's not 100% trust in there. But I trust my man, I trust them 100%, but there's no 100% there, and then there's no loyalty.
Right.
Then you feel like there's no loyalty there either. So I'm just like, me and you, and just to piggyback on what you said, Table, is that not all marriages are successful. It's more so it's work. A marriage is work. There's things that happen. We grow together. We're growing separate. Because one person may be on this level of growth and the other one may be at a standstill. So what you saying that it has something to do with, we're speaking on it from a successful marriage, that's not the case. It's just more so of
No, I just say opinion wise.
No,
we're gonna disagree on them because
I think that, like I said,
it's
a place of love, not success. It's just
I say we can trust can go out the window. Trust and always watch. People can be on the same page, and the other one, we can love each other and trust each other, but sometimes people change.
No, not sometimes. All the time.
All the time.
You ever
day to day.
And to piggyback,
if growth stops, there's a problem. So
that's the problem. But it's too late because you don't have a prenup. Dang.
To piggyback on what you were saying, Table, you saying successful marriage. The one thing I understand about success in anything that you do, success comes from hard work, consistency, dedication, and discipline. So that's what it takes to maybe what it looks like on the outside is a successful marriage, but on the inside, it takes hard work. You really
I've been married before, nigga. You ain't telling me shit I ain't know. I know that. One person working harder than the other one.
No, but see,
people ain't working together.
That's just love.
Right.
Yeah,
people don't understand
shit. I love
success,
people that I ain't with. I love relationships. I love the people that I was with, but we were made for each other. We ain't together because we ain't think alike. But again, everybody don't agree with each other, and you don't have two people that do that. I'm just talking about the ilk or the other people that's out there don't have the alternative that y'all don't have. I agree with y'all 100%. I want to be where y'all at. I'm just saying in case it doesn't happen, because it does. The table's turn. It don't always keep peaches and cream.
I'm just glad that God loves me.
Thank you.
Fictionally, baby.
I mean, hey, look, it ain't always peaches and cream, but sometimes the people gotta realize before they go into that situation that it's probably not even worth it to do it anyway. You know what I'm saying? But people kind of stay in situations longer than they should,
right?
And think it's something else, and then God been and gave you all the signs, like, no, and they still looking like we gonna try it anyway. You know what I'm saying? And
Absolutely.
then it don't work out because you ain't paying attention to the signs anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it just and you know, when I speak about marriage and it's definitely a blueprint. It's a blueprint to have a successful marriage, but it's hard work. Just like any successful person, anybody got money, they'll tell you they worked hard to get to where they are. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, a lot of things, anything that have to do with success comes with hard work, sweat, equity, time put into it. You know what I'm saying? And just the belief in this thing that is going to work. It's the same thing with marriage. You know what I'm saying? And
so No, I was gonna say
No,
I agree. We gonna go ahead, agree and disagree, and wrap this on up.
Right,
I
right.
appreciate all the comments because I feel like we can go on all night long, and I got to go make me some chicken, so we cannot. But I
Hey.
appreciate all the comments. I think that was a good conversation. We definitely can pick it up again. It's so much meat in that conversation together but
Right.
separate. But I want to say thank you, D Nice, again for joining us. We really appreciate you.
That
Thank you for
part.
sharing your point of view, ladies. I really appreciate you as well. I'm gonna kick it over to Just Ask. Take us on out.
Well, today was a very interesting show, but it was also fun and very opinionated. And I think that everyone just had their own opinions and, about how they felt about us speaking on things separate, even though they are together. And I think it can be categorized in so many other different ways, but some of the things that we spoke on, again, I don't think no one was right or wrong. I just think that, everyone just had their feelings about it, and that's okay. Some things I'm going to take with me, some things I'm just going to leave there. But again, to each his own. Anyway, I would like to just thank my wonderful co-hosts, as well as our guest speaker, Be Nice. And to our audience, as always, you can go on our Facebook Talk Podcast Facebook page. I'm sorry, Girlfriend Talk Podcast Facebook page. I said that backwards. And there you can always comment on daily topics that we put out there, because we love hearing from you. And as always, everyone, enjoy the rest of your night, and until next time.
Hey.
Check out my pic, I'm flying this bitch. Check out my whip, with stock and shit. Watch on my clips, you need to like, share, subscribe to this. Who is this chick? Damn, she thick. She rolling her hips, she playing this shit. Twerk it, watch it dip. You need to like, share, subscribe to this. Check out my pic.